Good afternoon, 108. So this is a short introduction to Unit 14. Unit 14 should be where you are working the week of April 27th. Unit 14 is concentrating on minor, so I'd like to just touch on a few things with you. As always, if there's something that you need extra help with or something that isn't making sense, please reach out. I'm happy to Zoom or FaceTime with you and do some one-on-one work. So first of all, let's just review that a minor scale pattern is going to be tonic, whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. So we've got two places where that whole and half step is flipping places from what we are used to in our major scale. So we've got three lower scale degrees here. With 108, we are not doing full scale fingerings. I hope that if you go into 151 applied piano after this, that will be a step that you'll continue on with your piano technique. But for right now, we're going to do them in a tetrachord fashion, which means we're dividing it between the hands. We've done that many times. We did it when we started learning major scales. We've done it when we've been setting up transposition and sight reading, when I've been telling you don't worry about a scale fingering, just to see where the notes are. So I would suggest taking those first four steps, tonic, whole, half, whole with the left hand, and then bringing the right hand in, whole, half, whole, whole, to finish it off. So let's try it with A minor. If you start on a finger 4, then you'll have 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems to be an easy way to keep track of where you are in the pattern. Fingering, however, is not an issue. So if I'm starting building an A minor scale, I have tonic, whole, half, whole. Here comes my right hand in, whole, half, whole, whole. And then taking it down. So by following my tonic, whole, half, whole, whole pattern, I am following the key signature, and it was giving me a natural minor scale. That would be A minor. Let's try building one in C minor. So if C is tonic, whole, half, whole. Bring your right hand in, whole, half, whole, whole. So there would be my C minor. We have three forms of minor scales. So after you've done natural minor, I'd like you to take your minor scale, your minor tetrachord in the two-hand fashion, and change it to harmonic minor. Changing to harmonic minor means that we're raising the 7th scale degree, both ascending and descending. So if I stayed in my C minor, tonic, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be that B flat. I would make it a B natural. And you can hear that different sound that harmonic minor is going to get. It's identical going down with that 7 staying raised. Our third form is melodic. In melodic minor, you're raising 6 and 7, but notice only when it's ascending. When you descend in the scale, it goes back to natural minor. So again, if I stayed with my C minor, tonic, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the A flat, which is raised. 7 is the B flat, which is raised. Here's my tonic at the top. I'm going to put them back to natural on the way back down. So I encourage you to find all 12 tonics of minor, follow your pattern, take them through your three forms. Please remember that this is a quiz grade that is due by May 4th. This is listed under quiz number 2 in your new online syllabus. The request is that you send in 2 minor scales for me with the tetrachord fashion with the 2 hands. Please pick one black key tonic, so C sharp, F sharp, A flat, B flat, something E flat, and one white key tonic, and play all 3 scales for me. All 3 forms. So I could pick F major, natural, melodic, harmonic, and I could pick A flat minor and do natural, melodic, and harmonic. So your choice of tonics, just one black and one white. Again, that's for quiz 2 on May 4th. You may submit it early, of course, if you wish. As you continue working through Unit 14, turn with me to page 192. Here you have some sight reading to do in minor. Know that for the proficiency, your sight reading could be in major or it could be in minor. So please make sure that you look at your key signature carefully. When you are looking at a key signature, figure out both the major and the minor possibility. So if I'm on page 192 and I'm looking at example 1, there are no flats or sharps, so I know that that could be the key of C major. Your relative minor, remember, is 3 half steps down. So it could be A minor. The best place to look is going to be at the end of your example. Your example is always going to end on tonic. And if I look at the end of my example number 1, I can see my melodies landing on an A. My left hand is landing on an interval of 5 with the bottom note being an A. That is confirming that it's in A minor. So make sure that you look carefully at what your key signature is. If you're insecure with minor key signatures, reach out. I'd love to work with you on them. But find your major, go down 3 half steps, there's your minor possibility, double check it with the end of the piece. Especially with sight reading, don't assume it's major or minor. When you are working on harmonization, so on page 203 is a good example of this. Notice that with the chords that you're being asked to play, that 99% of the time they're going to make that 5-chord major. Most of your harmonizations are going to be based on harmonic minor. Harmonic minor is, I think, the most common form of minor that's usually used by composers. And so that raised 7th is what is on the bottom of a 5-7 chord in the inversion that we're used to doing it in. So you're going to see a major 5. So if I was working on example number 1 on page 203, my key signature of 1 sharp would be G major or E minor. I'm looking at the end of my melody, it's ending on an E. So if I'm going to set up E minor in my left hand, my 1 chord is minor. Make sure you've got the minor 3rd in there, E, G, B. My 5 chord in measure 2, notice, is in uppercase. It's an uppercase Roman numeral. Uppercase means major. So thumb stays, 2 plays, 5th finger going down half a step to keep that D sharp in there. Back to a 1, 5, 7, 1. Now notice here I am in measure 6 and that 4 chord is minor. How that's going to change the movement from what we're used to is instead of that thumb going up a whole step for our 4 chord, it goes up a half step. That's going to give you an A minor chord or a minor 4 chord. So make sure that you look carefully at how the Roman numeral, or if it is in tablature, if it's a capital letter or a capital letter with a tiny m signifying minor. The other chord I want you to watch out for here on page 203 is an example number 2. I'm in the key of A minor. That second measure is asking me for a 3 chord, which would be spelled C-E-G. Notice the plus sign is asking for augmented. We haven't seen that for a while. We did those back this fall. So please make sure that you raise that to a G sharp. The opposite of that, in example 3, measure 3, you've got a minor 2 chord that is diminished. That circle, remember, meaning diminish, means that you are lowering the 5th. So you've got a minor 3rd and a lower 5th. So I want you to work on minor because with sight reading and with harmonization, your examples on the proficiency can be major or minor. Remember, as we've talked with transposition, those are going to probably be a major, but we've thrown a couple minor examples of those in to practice too. So lots of minor to have fun with. If you need a brush up or some one-on-one help here with minor, please let me know. Otherwise, work your way through Unit 14. If you look at your online syllabus, I've given you suggestions for sight reading, for harmonization, and some of the pieces that I've asked you to take a look at for your repertoire choice are in minor as well. So you can have lots of fun with those. Thank you.